Well, we're still waiting to hear more detail, really, of what's going on in the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv, in terms of gunfire that was reported about an hour or two ago. There are reports suggesting that it may have been warning shots that were fired and not necessarily any direct fighting in Kyiv. Regardless, it's clearly very concerning. Kyiv this morning and overnight came under a barrage of missile attacks. There are apartment buildings that have been badly damaged. Pictures that the Reuters news agency has issued of those sites around Kyiv itself. You can see the apartment buildings there. We're told that there have been a number of civilian casualties in the capital this morning. Now, you heard from James Heapy, the Armed Forces Minister, in a very sombre assessment of what is happening in Ukraine at the moment. He said that so far, according to the Ukrainian government, 137 Ukrainian military personnel have been killed. More than 50 civilians have been killed, and many, many more have been injured. He also spoke about the fact that the British government would be sending more in the way of military aid to Ukraine. Now, this is important because in recent weeks, the British government, along with the US in particular, have been supplying the Ukrainians with vital military equipment, including from Britain, these shoulder-launched anti-tank missiles. And already we're told by the Ukrainian military that those shoulder-launched missiles have been successful in taking down at least 2 Russian aircraft. So clearly, the Ukrainian military are grateful for that, at least, even though there are no British, American or any other NATO allies' boots on the ground to help them directly with the fighting. But what James Heapy said he wouldn't do at this stage is go into any detail about how that additional military equipment might get to Ukraine. And this could be very difficult indeed